Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first webinar of the year. I'm Cyril Martin, Communication Officer, and I'm honored to be your moderator. First of all, it is still time to wish you a beautiful and happy 2024. This is a very special year for the agency as we celebrate our 20th anniversary. We will soon share the program of festivities with you. Today, we will share the latest developments of a project that is particularly dear to us. To support its stakeholders with the implementation of the EU legislation and enhance railway safety across the Union, ERA is building an ambitious training portfolio open to rail professionals and safety specialists. The images you just saw were taken last week during a two-day safety culture oversight training in Valenciennes. To tell you everything you need to know about ERA safety training sessions in 2024, I'm pleased to have with me colleagues who initiated some of these training sessions. Grégory Rolina, Program Manager in the Safety and Operations Unit at ERA, who is leading the STARS project, STARS standing from Safety, Training and Assistance to Rail Stakeholders. And Kim Drews, Project Officer in the Safety and Operations Unit at ERA. In addition, you will have the chance to hear the feedback from stakeholders representing various member states and different components of the railway sectors. Those stakeholders participated in some of our training activities. To give you the opportunity to ask as many questions as possible, we have provided you with the option to send us your questions in advance, and we will do our best to address questions asked during the live sessions as well. We have a busy schedule today, so there is a possibility that we might go over the initially planned time, but stay with us until the end. We have plenty of interesting things to share with you. A last word to say that, as we do every time, this Q&A session is being recorded and will be made available on our website later today. Without further ado, I now give the floor to Joseph Doppelbauer, the Executive Director of the agency. Please, Joseph.
Many thanks, Cyril, and good afternoon to all participants. As you know, rail is a very safe mode of transport, and railway safety is a key task of every employee in rail, because after all, we are responsible for the lives and the property of our customers. Today's webinar is about a very important activity in the context of railway safety. And this activity is related to learning and to training. Indeed, being aware of the major risks, acquiring critical technical knowledge, mastering non-technical skills are among the key safety factors as shown by almost all rail accident investigations. Areas for improvement in those domains are also revealed by the assessments that we are carrying out for issuing single safety certificates. In September last year, during our European Rail Safety Days in Tallinn, in Estonia, I had the pleasure to kick off an agency project of which the objective is to develop a safety training portfolio to support our stakeholders in the application of the European Union legislation. We have not wasted any time since. As you could see in the short opening video, safety training sessions are already scheduled, and today we will share with you all what you need to do in order to get on board, including some feedback from participants. Let me kindly thank the 6 guest speakers from several countries and several different organizations who have accepted to talk today about their experiences. I certainly look forward to meeting some of you here in Valenciennes, and I wish all of you an informative and pleasant lecture. And now I hand over the floor to Grégory. Grégory, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Joseph. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm truly excited to share with you some of the material we have developed in the context of the STARS project, Safety Training and Assistance to Rail Stakeholders, since Tallinn and the European Rail Safety Days. And I'm happy to do it with my two colleagues, Kim and Cyrielle. You will see another side of Cyrielle, another skills of Cyrielle today. Yes, those two colleagues are great contributors to the safety training, and we'll show you how and why. So first, I will give you an overview of today and of our training portfolio. And let's do some terminology as well. So we have the e-learning that will be presented right after by Cyrielle. We have our training and we have corporate training. So if we detail a little bit, the e-learning is a safe learning online session. Training is, as you have seen in the opening video, those online and classroom sessions open to any individuals from any companies, any organizations. And we have some more corporate training, which are like any training, but they are specific to one organization. So we best adapt to the specific needs. So these three types of training we are going to show right after. To give you a state of play of what we have developed so far, we have some those topics. So e-learning, you will see our organizational just culture modules, but recently we have also launched European Railway Safety Culture Model modules, and we have some trainer preparation for safety leadership. We also have additional topics that we organize on which we organize regular training, whether it is the multi-company setup or the specific one single company setup. And it is not over. As you have understood, we are putting lots of energy in this because apparently it's we have very positive feedback from participants, as you will hear today. So we are planning to develop other topics, and you will see other e-learning modules coming up this year, as well as other regular training open to anyone. So I give you the floor back to Cyrielle, who will now do the show, showing us the e-learning platform.
Perfect. So yeah, thank you very much, Gregory. So yeah, in addition to organizing and moderating webinars, I also work for the communication team of the agency. And I'm very happy to be also responsible for this platform hosting our e-learning content in our training portfolio. So very concretely, I'm going to be very short. This platform, first thing you need to know, is accessible at the address academy.era.europa.eu. So it's very easy. For those familiar with it, it's based on the Moodle technology. It's the worldwide known learning management system technology. So it's very user friendly. Then what you need to know, important thing, is that by default, no identification whatsoever is required. You can access the platform anonymously. As you can see, even for this demo right now, I'm not logged in. So what you will see is what I see now. Specifically now, what will interest you is the safety category, which is the only one existing right now. Currently includes, so as Gregory has mentioned, 3 courses. So as you can see, the European Railway Safety Culture Model, the Safety Leadership Trainer Preparation, and the Organizational Just Culture Basics. And as Gregory has explained to you, this is just the beginning. Other courses, other training are currently in preparation. So as you can see, 2 of these training, 2 of them, they have an open padlock, which means that they are freely accessible to anyone. So concrete now, if you enter one of these trainings, so let me open, for example, that one. It's very easy. You just need to click on it to open it, and then, well, in that example, there are 2 languages available. So just a side remark on languages, we are working to develop the translations of each and every training as much as we can. So for that example, this exists in English and in Italian. So if you go on the English version of it, you see that it will look like a video. It will appear as a video. So basically what you have to do is just launch it. So actually it starts with a video. So we'll not go through the whole video together, but just for you to understand how it works. But then what's important here is this menu here at the top right of the screen that allows you to navigate through the different modules of the training of the course. So everything is achievable in complete autonomy. That's the intended goal of the e-learning platform. So basically you just then click on everything and you can follow all the activities, exercises. So you see it's a very animated and very nice way of providing content. So we, of course, hope you'll like it. And for the other now, let's go back to the main page of the safety category. If the training doesn't have an open padlock, as it is the case now for the safety leadership trainer preparation, it means that its content is reserved for a specific audience in a particular context. Well, in such cases, you will receive specific instructions on how to access it. In simple terms, you would need to have an ERA account, and on our end, we would need to grant you access to the course. It's very easy. So there you go. That's all we can show you for now. Two last things I wanted to tell you, though. First, don't be surprised. In the coming weeks, the appearance of this platform will change, but the operating principle, everything that I've just said, will remain the same. And the links, by the way, the URLs of each training will also remain the same. And second point, in any case, we invite you especially to revisit regularly the training catalog that is on the website. So let me just show you live where it is. So it's accessible directly from the homepage of the website. So here at the right, just the loading time of the page. So here you have the academic hat and there is the training catalog. So here on that page, all types of courses, so e-learning, online, classroom sessions, etc. Everything that is upcoming is listed here in that page. So if you're looking for something, you're going to find it here. So, yeah, that's all from me now. Thanks a lot. I hope you understood everything. If not, please ask your questions in the chat. We'll be glad to reply to the questions. And now I will hand over to Kim. Please, Kim, floor is yours.
Many thanks, Cyril, and welcome to everybody from my side as well. I will just share my screen here to show you a bit more about the basic module for organizational just culture training that Cyril just showed the access to. This online self-study is, of course, available 24/7 to everybody. It's the Just Culture Basics, organizational Just Culture Basics. Cyril already briefly showed that we have a couple of videos here. First video is a short video promoting Just Culture, a bit emotional, and the second video is explaining the Just Culture flow, which I will come a bit back to. Then we have in the third box, Know the Flow, some interactive exercises. I'll go a bit into those. And finally, a brochure, a leaflet, a printable version, including the topics and some of the values that we put into this training. So if I go into Know the Flow.
Click on each box to explore ERA organizational Just Culture flow.
We have made it a bit interactive to try to make it as interesting as possible. I'll just pick one of these. And we will go into some key points about the training in this case. There is a possibility to have some reflections on the Just Culture within your own organization. And finally, we have some small interactive exercises to relate to the training material. Now I will just choose some of the boxes here to carry on. And we'll then come back to the first, to the menu here, and other items will pop up as well. So new items will pop up and make it hopefully a bit more interesting as you go along. So basically the training here is intended for two purposes. First of all, those who want to know more about Just Culture and want to do self-studies for themselves, you can go ahead and do that. No need to register, as Cyril mentioned as well. But we also use this material as a mandatory self-training before doing the actual organizational Just Culture training with us, which can either be the corporate one that Gregory mentioned a bit, so we can adapt the material, we can do the training in an organization, in a classroom setting, or we have an open online training, so open in the sense we call it open trainings, because it's open to all individuals from all organizations who wish to participate and register for the training. And that's a 4-day online training divided into 3 days of actual training, and then 1 day where participants show and share and discuss the action plan that they produce throughout this training. So I will stop the sharing here of my part, and I will then leave the floor to Christina, who was unfortunately not able to participate live today, but she was kind enough to record a video for us explaining her experience with one of the open trainings. So Cyril, please go ahead with the video when ready.
Hello everyone, my name is Christina de Chanis. I am really sorry that I can't participate at the webinar in person, but currently I am enjoying my skiing vacations with my family, so I guess you can understand why I can't be here. Therefore, I recorded a short video for you. As a former participant of the ERA organizational Just Culture training, I am excited to give you an insight of the added value of the training for me and for my company. First, I would like to take a moment to introduce myself and to share my background with you. After obtaining a bachelor's degree in business administration and a master's degree in environmental engineering, I gained about a decade of experience in the railway sector, especially focusing on safety-related topics. Currently, I am working in the position as a safety manager for TR Transrail AG. It's a Swiss railway undertaking. Today, as I said, I would like to emphasize the added value that the organizational Just Culture training brought to me and my company. In a world where human error is unavoidable, fostering a just culture within our company is very important. The training consists of 6 well-structured modules and a case study which is used as an example throughout the whole training. I experienced it as a very interactive training between the instructors and the participants. This training goes beyond the pure explanation of what just culture is, and it also goes beyond traditional approaches to error management. Its aim is to create a mindset where individuals feel safe to report mistakes without fear of blame or consequences. By embracing a just culture, we create an environment that promotes transparency, trust, respect, and continuous improvement. The organizational Just Culture training provided me a systematic approach to further develop our safety culture in the company, based on values such as trust and fairness. I received practical examples of methods, for example, for accident investigation, also considering the human and organizational factors. The methods which are explained in the training are directly applicable in your own company. During the 4-day training course, I was able to draw up a concrete action plan regarding the lessons I learned. I also was able to incorporate the findings directly into the further development of our safety management system in the company. For the individual participant, this training offers the opportunity to grow in a supportive atmosphere. It encourages us to learn from our errors, to share insights, and collectively enhance our performance. By understanding the principles of a just culture, we contribute to a healthier work environment. On an enterprise level, adopting a just culture framework is a strategic investment. It enhances risk management, as employees are more likely to report potential issues early on. This proactive approach enables us to address challenges quickly, minimizing the impact on operations and reputation. Furthermore, a just culture fosters collaboration and trust among the team members. It aligns everyone towards a common goal of achieving excellence, while recognizing that mistakes are opportunities for improvement and not grounds for blame. The organizational just culture training gives the main insights to cultivate a culture where learning, trust, and safer operations thrive hand in hand. I would like to thank the ERA for the opportunity to share my thoughts and my experiences about this training. So I hope I was able to raise your interest in the training, and I wish you a nice afternoon and enjoy the rest of the webinar. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much to you, Christina, even though you're not here. I know it's a hard task to actually record a video like that. So very well done, and we appreciate your commitment to this. As Christina just mentioned, in this training, participants will draw up an action plan directly for their own organization and the position where they are in, and see it fit for purpose. But of course, that's something that also needs management commitment, because we need top management commitment for safety to be able to be proactive and to be able to push toward changes and investments in time, not at least, hopefully with a very positive outcome at the end. And to nurture top management and to facilitate the understanding of top management toward safety. We have for some years now actually performed the safety leadership training, which we have piloted with a number of organizations, and we have also given the training. It was the first training developed. It's a one-day training, a classroom training. And we also offer the safety leadership training as an open training. So it's open to participants from everywhere. And I hope we have a connection through to Sweden, where we have Tobias, who participated in one of the last sessions. Tobias, can you hear me?
So Tobias is with us over the phone normally. So you just need to unmute yourself on the phone. Yes, I see you're doing it. So you should now be able to talk.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you well. Thanks.
Loud and clear, Tobias. Welcome. Tobias, can you please introduce yourself?
Of course. Thank you, Kim. And first of all, thank you for inviting me to take part of this webinar. And I do apologize the problems with Teams. At Trafikverket, we can't use Teams as an app. So therefore, we had some issues with that. But my background is that I have spent my about 25 years in the industry, where I started as a train driver, and throughout the years I have had a couple of different roles, like head of train drivers, safety specialist, head of safety, and more. I worked at 3 different railway undertakers before joining Trafikverket in 2020. And I work at Trafikverket, who is the main infrastructure manager in Sweden as head of safety. So basically, that's my background.
Thank you very much, Tobias. So you participated in one of the last safety leadership trainings. Why did you sign up for it? What did you hope to gain from it?
Yeah, I've had some previous experiences from safety leadership training, but I felt that it was a good opportunity to refresh my knowledge and also share experiences and best practices with other participants. And also I had heard a lot of positive things about just this specific training, and that drew my attention to it. And I also truly believe that it's really, really important of both implementing, but even more to live every day, to set an example throughout the organization as a leader. So that's why.
Okay, and did you achieve that during the training, and what did you like the most from the training?
As I also mentioned at the training, I must say I really enjoyed the setup, the interaction during the training. It really made a big impact on the training and added value, not only for me, but the other participants. And the agenda was, in my opinion, very well balanced between both listening, reflecting, interacting, and coming to conclusion as well.
Okay, yeah, thanks. And did it give you anything that you want to implement back home at Trafikverket, as safety manager there, or anything that you could see that you where you have gaps or where you need to do things differently?
As you mentioned a couple of minutes ago, introducing this point, Kim, you were talking about how important it is to reach the high level management, and I am in the planning of trying to impact high level managers across Trafikverket to take part of the safety leadership training at ERA in Valenciennes. And I also are planning to send some really, really good colleagues to train the trainer training, so that they can bring home this and work like some kind of super users inside of Trafikverket and teach about this topic in order to engage the whole authority here in Sweden. So we really want to improve our safety culture, and as we all know, that starts with our leaders. So basically we are planning big things here at Trafikverket.
That sounds very good, Tobias, and very positive. Thanks for that, and thanks for mentioning also the trainer. That's something that we haven't touched upon yet, but with not only safety leadership training, but also with safety leadership training, we have taken the approach to qualify trainers from individual organizations to cascade the training within their own organization. Many thanks, Tobias. Hang on for any question and answers at the end, Tobias, and then we will go into another training and another guest. So one of the other trainings is investigating SMS. And what's in that? Investigating SMS is to go a bit further than figuring out after an occurrence who did it, and then remove them and send them to retraining and replace them with another person, because we might end up in the same situation again, where it's actually the function, the role, which is difficult or impossible as a human being over time to take care of. So investigating SMS is designed to go a bit deeper in investigation and analysis of occurrences. It's to investigate the system influences that leads to behaviors, human organizational factors influences as well, and the training offers methodology to get to these deeper levels, also to be able to recommend changes in the system in the SMS to prevent and mitigate the same situation from happening again. And for this training, which is also, it has been done as open trainings and as can be done as company trainings as well. We have a guest who participated in an open training. So, Maristella, do we have the line through to Greece? I see that you are here. Thank you very much and welcome. Of course, I would like you to introduce yourself to our audience as well.
Thank you, Kim. Thanks to all of you, really, for the opportunity to give my really positive feedback for the training investigation SMS. So, about the training, how come? So, taking a cue from one of ERA's actually observation to our single certificate, safety certificate, exactly, namely the observation regarding the railway investigations. Having in mind, bearing in mind that we have to promote, the organization have to promote women in transport, since only the 14% are worldwide women in land transport. We have my organization, Hellenic Train, planned both an organizational and a training path aim to improve the important investigating tool. Thus, it was decided that a woman, myself, that I am a staff of technical department, actually I'm the assistant of the technical director, so that I should be given the opportunity to see the level of added value for the already experienced decades in railway, they are members of the investigation committee. But also to add, as you said, Kim, the methodology, the importance of human organizational factors. So things, components of an investigation that I can say they were missing from our investigations, but they weren't so strengthened out. So this is why, and also something really important, why the director chosen me, actually, that I am only 2 years in the infrastructure, in the railway undertaking, because he wanted to shape it from the beginning. So to restart the methodology, the safety culture from the beginning, since the really 0 point. So thus, I attend this really new for me, for the company training, but it will be for sure cascaded through our company, because many other components of my company, not only local drivers, conductors, a lot of engineers and other staff will attend this training. It was really important, strength out, as I said, many things that should be improved in throughout an investigation process, into deep analysis. And so thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, very interesting. Thanks, Maristella. So you will kind of start from a blank page in Hellenic Train. And did you have any experience in investigations before joining the training?
Actually, I did not. I just did my first a couple of weeks ago. It was really it was really interesting to see the really added value after having attended the investigation SMS training path. Maybe it's not something to strengthen out that okay, only after that. No, for me, for sure, it was something new, but also for the when you have a really experienced engineers, technicians, local drivers that only see one thing, it's difficult to point out the other, to dig inside. So yes.
So nevertheless, whether you're experienced or whether you have no experience, the methodology seems useful, and will go a bit deeper in the investigation than just
Exactly.
So,
and actually, just a particular thing was that actually since now the interviews to the components, let's say, of the incident or accident were never interviewed. So also this, that was something taken for granted. It wasn't done, for instance, not in all the investigations till now, but most of them. So only evidence, only documents and papers, etc. But also to interview the people, it wasn't something taken for granted to all the investigations till now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And please stay online as well,
For sure.
Maristela.
I will.
And if you have any questions to address to Maristela, please do not hesitate. You are welcome in the Q&A session. So I will now pass on to Gregory. Gregory, go ahead on the more corporate related training, please. Thanks.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you, Christina, Tobias, and Maristela for providing feedback to our attendees today. And Maristela mentioned she participated in the investigating SMS training. And now we have received a request from Hellenic Train to deploy this training at the company level. So we are currently discussing the details. But this show a bit the two types of training we are offering, whether it is with participants from diverse organizations, so that's great for networking, or whether it's only for a single organization, which is great for building capacity in a single organization. And actually, we have been, more specifically, my colleagues Bart and Doru were in Romania last year to deliver the training to the NIB. So AGIFER is a national investigating bodies in Romania. And we have the chance today to have with us Mircea. Mircea, can you hear us?
Yes, you can hear me.
Perfectly.
Thank you very much. Sorry for apologies for my late
perfect
joining
timing
to the meeting. A technical problem.
Can you introduce yourself, Mircea?
Yes, my name is Mircea Nicolescu. I'm the deputy manager of Romanian NIB, AGIFER. I have worked for 6 years for Romanian national passenger railway undertaking. After that, in Romanian Railway Authority as inspector, and since 2007, I was investigator and head of department in AGIFER.
Great. So AGIFER decided to have this training. Why?
Because SMS is a systematic approach for every railway undertaking or infra manager, and investigating SMS is an important stage in the process to explaining why happened and what happened. So we tried to link our first finding on site with our other stages of investigations, and we know that our investigator have that needs, and we contact ERA for SMS training. We have, maybe I should say something about our organization. We have about 25 investigators, and 15 of our investigators were trained with ERA team, and it was a very good experience, I can say.
Thanks for your trust. And now, how is it put into practice in your organization by these 25 investigators?
Yes, the training offers us a lot of specific tools, a lot of models to synthesize and structure our investigations. And it's like it structured our way of thinking in investigation, and how offer us also tools for approach human and organizational factors, offer us tools to and very helpful tools for formulate safety recommendation, and help us to go deeper in the procedures, and to find the variability, and to respond to question about how the monitoring and how the organization that we investigate, how to anticipate some risks.
Good, thank you, Mircea. Any last words for the other investigators and our other stakeholders today?
Yes, very, very helpful, and I think the training was very, very good for our investigators, and we received some answer to our specific questions. It were some exercises with examples from our investigations, on course investigations, or finalized investigation. Was in a word, the training was very good for us.
Thank you, Mircea.
For the opportunity to say something about this course.
Thank you, and please, if you can stay online if we have some questions for this specific training. Now we have a recorded testimony, and we have Simon Lejeune from Eurostar, who has so Eurostar has delivered the full package, as was described by Kim on safety leadership, meaning they have trained in-house trainers, but he will explain in this recorded interview that I did yesterday.
Good morning, Gregory. So my name's Simon Lejeune. I'm the Chief Safety and Stations Officer for the Eurostar Group.
So the safety leadership training started at Thalys 5 years ago. We did our first session there. How and why did you decided to expand it to Eurostar?
Yes, Gregory, no, it was a tremendous honor for us to be the first, 5 years ago to deploy that great training to Thalys at the time. Now, we've merged, we're now bigger, so Eurostar and Thalys are just one. And as we merged, for us, it was important to set out a new safety vision. And that safety vision is about where we want to be in the next 3 to 5 years. And one of the key components for us was around having clear accountability and clear effectiveness of our safety leaders across the new Eurostar group. So we were incredibly enthused around that particular training and how impactful it was for Thalys. So for us, it made absolute sense to deploy it across the new Eurostar group and to benefit from that experience. For us, our leaders are key in improving our safety culture. And that's what our aim is to be safer, to be more mature. And that training for us is an incredible tool in our toolbox to help us achieve that. And it starts with our ExCo. So as a new executive committee, we took part in this excellent training last summer, and it's very much around really emphasizing our commitment and also our responsibility to safety and how that really is intrinsic to safer performance, safer culture overall.
Thank you, Simon. And how is the training deployed within the organization?
So we are lucky. We've got 5 trainers within the Eurostar group. And these trainers who are incredibly passionate around safety leadership go across our network, whether it's in France, Belgium, or the UK. And our objective is to have all our safety leaders go through this training within the next 12 months. So that's quite a big undertaking, but one we think is incredibly important. So we've put out a catalogue of the training dates and are incredibly agile at deploying it wherever that training is needed.
Great. Thank you, Simon. And I can share, because I know these 5 passionate guys. We had the pleasure together with Kim to train them to actually deploy this training inside the organization. So I can only confirm. And for our stakeholders here, what is important is how also this training concretely impacted your organization.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, I think if I start with the slightly less tangible, and that is around perception and outlook. Clearly, when people come out of that training, you know, they have a different outlook. You know, they really fundamentally understand more around their impact as leaders and how critical how they live safety day in, day out is to the overall performance. So I think that for me is quite clear every time we see our leaders come out of that training course. Now, in terms of more tangible benefits, our leaders have to, you know, set out commitments, and we make sure that we, you know, follow up on those commitments and make sure that it isn't just a training course that is forgotten a week later, but actually, you know, that it continues and really is sort of embedded in our sort of leadership framework. So I think both tangible and less tangible, you really do feel, you know, the benefit of this course. And also, I've got to say, I've done the course twice myself, and it's just not often you have a course that is as impactful second time round, and you know, I think it really is a testament to the quality of this course that you really come out of that, you know, really, I think, changed and you know, and energized and enthused to really sort of take it a step further in your leadership.
Thank you, Simon. Any last words for the stakeholders hearing us today?
No, I think, you know, the course is fantastic, but it needs, obviously, you know, that senior buy-in. Here at Eurostar, you know, from our chief executive, Gwendoline, to the executive committee, there's huge commitment. And that is really, I think, one of the key ingredients beyond, you know, actually trying to get the messages through the course. But it's absolutely worth its weight in gold, and I can't recommend this course more. So thank you to ERA. You know, we're incredibly happy to have this as part of our sort of, you know, leadership development. And yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon.
We have a last guest, and we are very honored to have Amelia today with the head of the Portuguese National Safety Authority. She will tell us about corporate training and how this can adapt to specific needs Amelia, good afternoon. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, good morning. In fact, in Portugal, it's still good morning. We are 1 hour behind. So yeah, my name is Amélia Areias, and as Gregory mentioned, I'm the responsible for the National Safety Authority department in Portugal. Personally, I have been working in the railway sector in different roles, but more or less pretty much all my professional life, so more or less 15 years. And I've worked both in public and in the private sector in different roles.
Thank you, Amelia. So the setup of the safety leadership training you requested was quite specific. Can you describe it?
Yes, so as a national safety authority, we find that we have a very important role in promoting safety culture within the sector and helping a little bit the sector finding their way and finding their own safety culture projects and strategies. So what we have done was we asked the agency to organize here in Lisbon a training where we invited some of our staff, so some of our inspectors, but we also invited all the safety managers from all the railway companies in Portugal and infrastructure managers. So we had all the safety main guys in one room, also with our own staff. And it was a one-day session. It was obviously not the full package. That was not the purpose. But the purpose was to give a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of an introduction that the companies then they could take up this initiative on their own companies. So we had a very nice day. I would say it was very useful for three main reasons. So first, we increased the knowledge of our own staff, and we also renovated our commitment to safety and to the work that we do every day in our supervision activities. Then we also promoted the knowledge in the railway sector, which is also one of our missions as a national safety authority. And last but not the least, we sat together all the safety managers in the country, and we sat together with some NSA members, and we took the time and we took that day really to discuss safety. This is also not something that we have the opportunity to do often. We are usually in a different kind of situation where we are supervising the company, we are maybe analyzing what they are doing wrong and things like that. So taking the time and the perspective to sit down with them and do a training together was also in terms of generating a safe place for us to discuss and an open platform for discussing and understanding each other was also very useful for us.
Thank you, Amelia. It clearly seems to be a great opportunity to raise safety awareness among the sector. And did you notice some changes, practical impacts of the training itself in your sector, in some of your stakeholders, maybe?
Yes, so we had, on that day, we had a very positive feedback, and we had a lot of interest to follow up in the different companies. And I would like to underline what our main incumbent passenger RU have done after that. So they have picked up the idea of doing the full training in-house with the help of the agency, of course. So they have organized 4 sessions with the agency, and they started with all the board members. So all the board members attended this course. Then all the first level directors of the whole company also attended this course. And then all the safety related managers attended the course. So all in all, they had 4 sessions with about 65 people attending to the course, and they had very positive feedback. People really thought that the company was showing their commitment, and the fact that the board, that this training started with the board, gave a very clear message across the company. And they are now thinking about, I don't want to talk on their behalf, but now they are thinking about how to follow up this. I think they are considering several options, including the train the trainer option that the agency also offers.
Thank you, Amelia. Any conclusive words for our stakeholders?
So I would highly encourage maybe other public authorities that have this mission to promote safety culture to help a little bit the companies finding their own way and their own strategies for addressing safety culture and increasing safety leadership in their own companies. But I would also like to stress that this online training that is free and is available 24 hours and anyone can access whenever they are free to do it. It is something, and especially because I would say maybe 80% of the regulations that apply to railways are actually European regulations. I would really encourage to take this tool forward and populate it with other training courses. We will definitely disseminate it here in Portugal, and we will also do it as part of our internal training for inspectors.
Thank you very much, Amelia. We are looking forward to meeting with you and seeing the Portuguese inspectors here in Valenciennes for such a training. And one thing also I'd like to emphasize, you said the training at the Portuguese incumbent started with the board of directors, and I think it has been said also by Simon, but Kim stressed the importance as well. We can never can repeat it again. It's true that it should start. It really it's a great added value to start at the really top when it comes to safety leadership. Otherwise, things are much more difficult to move in terms of cultural change. So please, if you have the time, stay a few more minutes. Now it's time for me to wrap up. And I'll try to share you some practicalities on the three types of training. So e-learning, use the website. Cyril shared the link. It's really our training catalog is a good start, and you will have access to those 24/7 free online modules. We intend to expand the offer both in terms of topics and in terms of languages. It's clearly one of our common challenge. Second, training, so also called open training sometimes, so the ones that we can deliver online or classroom, register via ERA profile. There has been some question in the Q&A we try to answer. It's really open to anyone, not only European citizens, by the way. So there is a fee. The fee is specified on the website. It's different for each training. You will receive a confirmation then, and just have to follow some details to enjoy the training, hopefully. And then, if you want something more fit to your organizational needs, contact us. That's because we need to start a contractual relation, and it's better for us to adapt, to customize the training according to your specific needs in terms of scope, location. With my colleague João, we went in Lisbon for delivering safety leadership trainings. Kim and João were in Denmark recently to deliver safety leadership training, so we can come. And sometimes we can also use our linguistic skills to best adapt. So maybe we have some minutes. I don't know if we have some more question and answer, but we have tried to behave and took the time to also respond directly in the chat. So again, use the stars functional email to send any types of questions if you have any doubts. I see also a question of our African colleague. Send us an email with more specific needs, and we'll see if we could cooperate. We have interest in improving safety and sharing our experience in this domain. Yes, maybe just something before giving back the floor. In Tallinn, as part of the STARS project, safety training and assistance to rail stakeholders, we also launched a pilot on about qualifying external safety training. We have received 11 applications. So we are working with these organizations now, and we will come back in an upcoming webinar to mention the progress on this initiative. Kim, would you like to add anything?
Just to clarify things, Gregory, that initiative that you just mentioned here, it's training which is provided by external stakeholders that will then be published from our website. But apart from that, I will only say thank you very much to our guests. Thank you for your contribution, and thank you for taking the time. It was a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
Myself as well. Thank you to all the external guests. Provided some feedback. I hope you get something practical to you as well, and we really look forward to having you online, or even better in our classroom trainings here in Valenciennes. So have a great rest of the afternoon, and by this I give the floor back to my colleague Cyril. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Gregory and Kim. Thanks to both of you first for your work and dedication in preparing for this webinar. I also would like to thank very warmly the 6 guests for the time they have dedicated to us today, and in the backstage, Said Rajput, for your support. Thank you very much. Dear attendees, we really hope that you enjoyed this new webinar. You can send your feedback via the QR code you're seeing right now on the screen. And we look forward to meeting you again at one of our upcoming events and training. First, well, be informed that tomorrow an organizational just culture training will take place remotely. The next session is already planned. It's the end of May, beginning of June. You can register for that one via our website. Then on the 27th of February in the ERA's headquarters in Valenciennes, the agency is organizing a safety leadership training. You can also register for that one via our website. As you probably already know, in April, the ERTMS 2024 conference is planned, will take place in Valenciennes. Please note that registration will open very shortly in February. Then from the 14th to the 16th of May, please book your calendars for the new session of the Investigating SMS training. It's an online session that will require the use of e-learning modules. Now you know everything about that. You can also register from now on. The agency is also pleased to announce the very first edition of the Rail Data Forum from the 18th to the 19th of June in Verona, in Italy. You can find more information about this on our website. Finally, a word concerning the future information sharing system. This system will require all users to register before logging in. To facilitate the process, we encourage the future users to pre-register voluntarily. If you're interested, you can find all the useful information on our website. Having said that, if you would like to stay updated on our activities, please check our website and sign into our database by selecting the button Login on our website page. And you can, of course, follow us whenever you want on our social media accounts, X and LinkedIn. I thank you very much for your attention. I thank again all the colleagues involved in this webinar, and I wish you a very good afternoon. Bye.